We have a very sad story of, a brother in Detroit, Michigan. Now, he was a public transportation worker, and he was very upset about a woman coming on his bus, coughing all over the place, not covering her mouth. So he took to social media to speak about that, and let's go ahead and roll that short clip.
This coronavirus, it is for real. And we out here as public workers doing our job, trying to make an honest living to take care of our families. But for you to get on the bus and stand on the bus and cough several times without covering up your mouth, and you know that we in the middle of a pandemic, that lets me know that some folks don't care, utterly don't give a fuck. Excuse my language, but that's how I feel right about now. For a grown-ass person in her late 50s, early 60s to stand on the bus and cough 4 and 5 times without covering up your mouth, and you know we in the midst of a crisis with this coronavirus, I am pissed off. I ain't blaming nobody. I ain't blaming nobody but the woman that did that. I ain't putting the fault on nobody else. For us to get through this and get over this, man, y'all need to take this serious. It's folks dying from this. Listen, it's folks dying out here. And I don't mean, listen, I'm mad right about now because it's uncalled for. And I'm trying to be the professional that they want me to be. And I kept my mouth closed. But it's at some point in time where you got to draw the line and say enough is enough.
So you saw how the brother felt about that, and I agree with him 2,000%. But the sad part is 9 days later, after the filming of that video, that brother died. And how did he die? Of the coronavirus. That's how he died. He contracted that, and it took him out of here. And that is the sad part. See, this thing is real. If you go out with your mask or cloth mask or whatever that you have, go out with one. I know people may look at you funny, whatever. Your health is your wealth. Don't worry about people looking at you. Look, we, especially black folks, everybody look at us funny. So we ought to be used to that. People looking at us funny, being suspicious of us. We don't have a mask on for that. So our colors is suspicious for a lot of these racist white supremacists. You know that. So it ain't no big deal. But when I went out today, me and my wife had our mask on. They had other people with their mask on too. People, all groups had it on. Now some didn't, but now people definitely wearing it. This thing is real. But you got some nasty people that will go and cough all over the place. You got people intentionally trying to spread it. I mean, public transportation should be shut down. How is it you shut down everything else but not that? And I know the workers don't want to sit at home and lose no money. I get that. But people pay taxes in that city. You should at least pay those workers while they're being out. Just like in New York, they was begging. I think this one brother that I follow, he speak up against police brutality, and he's a New York police officer himself. And he was saying that they need to shut down public transportation. What are they doing? Putting all these people around each other. You can't practice social distancing too much on public transportation. You understand what I'm saying? That should be banned right now. No public transportation. See, at least in Uganda, from what I was told, Museveni, the president, he shut down all public transportation. He said, and you can walk. You can ride a bike, I guess, if you want to, but you're not going to be on a boda, which is a boda is basically like a motorcycle, and they ride those like a taxi, or you drive in the car with people, whatever. You're not going to be doing any of that because people like to be around each other too much, so they can make sure it don't spread in Uganda. Well, yet they complaining about this thing spreading, but yet you still have public transportation. And Detroit has had 3 cops so far died from this virus. Now this brother has died. The workers are saying they're not being protected, just like everyone else is saying, like in Amazon, they're not being protected, but they expected them to come to work. See, at times in life, we got to make certain decisions when it comes to our life. I know that we need jobs, but let me tell you something. You can get another job. You can go create a job, but your life is way more important. Don't put yourself in no kind of danger for money. I'm telling you. I mean, sometimes you got to make certain decisions. And I know you say, well, it's not as easy as you're talking about. I got bills, I got kids. Well, you won't be here to pay them bills. You won't be here to see your kids. You won't be here for anything. This brother was gone 9 days later after that woman was coughing all over the place. We have some nasty people in this country. They don't care. As that brother said, they don't care about a pandemic. That's why we seen the death toll keep climbing with this thing. I just, as the filming this video, I read of a figure that almost 1,500 people died in a day. When you have people coughing like that, I get why. That's why, like I said, I'm cool on the social distancing. I'm cool staying home. I'm good with that. I'm fine. Because at least I know what's going on in my house. When you go out there, and even the stores are getting more strict now. Well, they're not, I didn't see no kids in the store today, and that was great. No children. Even in places like Costco, if you got one, they're only allowing, 2 people per membership now to be in the store. Good, because you don't need all them people in there anyway. I mean, but people don't listen. If you would actually stay behind home, if you're not feeling well, whatever, stay home, stay away from people. That way we all can stop being on lockdown. I know y'all want to go back to your regular life, go to the restaurants, go to the baseball game, football game, whatever you like doing. I know you want to go back to the movies and everything else that you like to do. You'll never go back to these people. You're not. So they need to shut down public transportation to protect the workers. But, the family, like I said, I shout out to the family and I pray that, you guys can get through this. But it just doesn't make sense. That brother should still be here. Just because this person want to cough and hack all over the place. And let's say some people may say, you don't know if he got it from them. Well, the environment that he's in is ripe for that virus. But let me comment, let me know what you think about the situation with this virus. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking all of you who are listening, wear your mask when you go into the store and getting around all these different people. Please do that. It may be inconvenience. It may be annoying. You may even feel like silly doing it, but that's okay. Just do it to protect your health.